now we're going to make another classic from America, a Manhattan. So first of all, we need to chill our Boston shaker glass. I would recommend that you use some crushed ice in the bottom of the metallic half of the Boston glass, and then put your Boston glass on top, further making it as cold as possible. Then we need to fill the Boston glass about 2/3 full with cubed ice, and we need to stir. When the Boston glass is cold as possible, and you should hold the glass by the top with your fingers so that you can actually feel when the Boston glass is cold enough to add the alcohol. So keep stirring the glass, and you'll start to feel it get colder and colder. I'm going to put a few more ice cubes. Just really get that Boston glass nice and chilled. It's starting to get cold now. Then we take the Boston glass out. You should see that there'll be a little bit of the ice that is melted in the glass. We want to get rid of that water, otherwise it'll dilute the cocktail. So we just pour that away, and now we have a nice cold Boston glass ready to prepare our Manhattan with. A Manhattan should always ask the customer how they would like the Manhattan. You can have a sweet Manhattan, which tends to be the most popular, a dry Manhattan, or a perfect Manhattan. All that's basically saying is, what vermouth would you like with the Manhattan? So if it's a dry, we use the dry. If it's a sweet, we use the sweet, which tends to be the most popular. And if it's perfect, we use both. I'm going to show you how to make a sweet Manhattan. So what we need to do now is take our sweet vermouth and place around about 25 milliliters over the ice. Then we need to take our rye bourbon whiskey, in this case I'm using Rittenhouse, and place 50 ml with the vermouth. Last but by no means least, we're then going to put bitters into the drink to give added flavour. In this case, we're going to use orange bitters and Angostura bitters. A couple of dashes of each, further enhance the flavour of the Manhattan, and then a stir. Stir the ice, the bourbon, the vermouth and the bitters all together. A couple of stirs, you don't want to stir too long, otherwise you'll dilute the cocktail, and then we're ready to pour. Take a chilled martini glass. Your chilled martini glass and strain straight into your martini, like so. Finally, we come to the garnish. If we're making a sweet Manhattan, the traditional garnish is a cocktail cherry. If we're making a dry Manhattan, the traditional is a lemon twist with the garnish, and with a perfect, an orange twist. Because we're making a sweet, I'm just going to drop one cocktail cherry into the Manhattan, like so. And there you go. There is a sweet Manhattan.